Hello, I'm David Wilson. I play Baroque violin, and I'd like to talk to you today about bowings in French Baroque music. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the French were the only ones who had a systematic approach to bowing, meaning what notes are played down bow and what notes are played up bow. And the reason they thought it was so important was because of the role of dance in French music of that time. Much of the orchestra music was either directly intended to accompany the dance or was influenced by the dance style. So they found that if there was a general agreement about how to approach ups and downs, and if everyone played the same way, then you get this really clear set of strong and weak inflections that can be made to mirror the motions of the dancers. Fortunately, we have a really detailed description of that bowing system from a composer named Georg Muffat. And Muffat wrote down a set of 10 of the most important rules of bowing, as he put it. So let's just cover them one at a time. Rule number 1, the most important rule. The first note of any measure which begins without a rest is to be played down bow. Muffat gives an example. It's a few measures of a minuet with 2 sets of bowings. One, he says, is like the Germans or Italians might play, and the other is like the French might play. This is what he says Germans or Italians might do. And this is what the French bowings, according to Muffat. Muffat's second rule: if a beat is divided into an even number of notes, odd-numbered notes are played down bow and the even-numbered notes are played up bow. Pretty simple. For example, if we're in 4/4, Rule 3, in triple time, such as 3/4, if the rhythm is just a note on every beat, then if the tempo is slow, you would play down, up, down, down, up, down. So downbeat on every measure, and just as it comes within the measure, it sounds like. But if the tempo is fast, then you would play 2 ups after the downbeat, which would sound like. Rule 4, in compound meters, 6/8, 9/8, 12/8, that sort of thing, the first note of each large beat is played down bow, so the other 2 are played up bow. If you're in 12/8, for example, it sounds like. Rule 5, if there is 1 note per measure, each note is played down bow. Something that we don't do much these days, but it looks like if it's in 3/4, Rule 6, syncopated rhythms are played as they come. So you just keep moving the bow back and forth. If we're in 4/4, Rule 7, when shorter notes come after long notes in a measure, the first of the shorter notes is considered odd-numbered for the rules. So, for example, if you have a measure that starts with a quarter note and then you've got some eighth notes, the first eighth note after the quarter note is odd-numbered and therefore it gets played down bow. Again, just getting the strong beats of the measure on the strong bow, which is the down bow. Rule 8. If the big beats of a measure are made up of 3 notes and the first is dotted, then each big beat is played down bow. Rule 9. If a passage has rests on downbeats or on the big beats of the measure, you can play the notes after the rests with alternating downs and ups. Notice he says you can play them back and forth, which says to me that it wouldn't be wrong to play them all down. Just a little more variety to do it the other way. Rule 10, the last one. Short notes, which are pickups, are played up bow. And if they come after a dotted note on a main beat of the measure, they're played up bow. Just getting the strong beats on a down bow. Or after a syncopation, they're played up bow. Short notes after a syncopation are played up bow. Now, Muffat also says that exceptions to the rule can be made if the tempo is too fast to follow those rules comfortably. And an example that he gives is a gigue, dance that moves along pretty quickly. So rather than playing all the strong beats of the measure down bow, you play as it comes. Even Rule 1, the very most important rule, can be not broken but accommodated. The example he gives is a courant, another fast dance, where it would be a little awkward to play the even-numbered measures, second measure, for example, as another down bow. So he says you can play that as an up bow, and that is why in courants often 2 measures worth of beats occur within a set of double bars rather than just one. And here's Muffat's example. I'm David Wilson for Voices of Music.